Hey, I'm live from my studio. Today, we're going to do a unboxing. That's right, we're going to do the FotodioX. Whether I'm looking here and I'm looking there, I always struggle with which word. I'll look at myself, right? Okay, anyways, we're going to do an unboxing of edge light. It's called a FotodioX to C200RS. And I got it right here. And maybe if I get enough views and enough likes, we might do something extra, like do a little portrait discussion. All right. So let's see. Now here's the question I have on my mind: who is watching? Top chats, live chats. There's that. Okay, welcome. Aha! Hey, my friends from Germany, Hopping Fox, Samantha, and Bretta and Heiko. And hey, Tony P's in the house too. All right, excellent. So I tell you what, I'm gonna turn the music down a wee bit. I just wanted to do something different. So hang on. Whoa, that's the wrong thing to do. Wrong button. There you go. So now I don't have to yell so much. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna swing the camera around. Whoops, I hope I didn't just shut myself off. Good. There we go. So now I'm gonna pick up the camera, and we're going to show you a little bit of the studio. All right, so let me back it up a bit for you. So this is my studio, and it's set up for a portrait session. Some of the lights are not for use at this point. This one is, and there's my Canon 80D all set up. And then over here are my umbrella lights. But we'll get to all that a wee bit later. Right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to swing the camera back to me. There you go. And I'm going to put the camera over here. And I've got lighting all set up, so this should be pretty good for everybody. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's Scorpion. Hey, Scorpion, good to see you. And so we're going to swing this around. Hey, by the way, how's the music? Is it too loud? If it is, we'll turn it down. If it's fine, I'll just leave it alone. It's all royalty free, so it doesn't matter at this point. So now I'm going to bring my chair over and we'll cut it open and talk about it. All right, there we go. Now, just so you know, I really can't read that too well, but let's see. Music's fine? Excellent. And so you know, wait a minute, let's bring it up a bit. Okay. When I talk about this, I've tried to do my best to memorize it. But I do have a cheat sheet with, the information that I think that's pertinent to everybody. So let's begin by cutting the bad boy open, okay? All right, there's that. Now, mind you, I've had this, I'd say at least a month. But every time I wanted to do this live, something else got in the way. And today was the first day that I was able to finally pull this all together, okay? And I'm going to stand up, and I want to set this up so you can see in the box as I pull everything out. That means it's going to be hard for me to see what you're looking at, but at least you'll have good image. So there's all the packing. All right, so that's one big box for man, or one small box for the product. I like that. That makes it easier. All right, so now, where do we open it up from? Aha. There we go. Turn it around so you guys get to see the unboxing. Are you ready? Am I getting likes for this? There it is. Oh, and there's still nothing to see. It's the case that comes with it. Okay, let's pull that out. Pull that over there. And now we'll unzip it. And voila. And you still haven't seen anything yet. Here we go, one more time. Also, I'm going to turn the camera a little more in that direction. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now we're talking. Here's all the good stuff, okay? And this is the actual light right here. This is the FotodioX light. It's half an inch thick, and it's 7 inches in diameter. It uses what's called edge light technology. What they do is they have LEDs that ring the light, but they point inside and somehow reflect back to create a nice, soft light. The one thing that's really nice about this is that it produces a very pleasant light, but it's not very hot. It also has what's called a high CRI, which is a color reference index. Now, the higher the index, the better that the lighting source will reproduce the color of an object. This has about a 91 or a 92 CRI, so that's really, really good. Also on the back, let's take it out. Why should I show it to you with all the plastic? Okay, there's a nice shot. So again, like I said, 7 inches in diameter. You can see it's very, very thin. Now, when you put on the battery, it becomes about 2 inches thick, but it's still a pretty thin profile. So it means it's easy to stick anywhere. Let me stick it up there so you can see, get a good shot of it there. And the battery, which is a NPF 740 style battery, will last about 2.5 hours, which is pretty darn good. Okay, so let's put that down there. In fact, we'll just set it to the side like that. And let's see. Now this comes with a battery charger for the battery system, as I was telling you about. And then let's see, where is that battery? Oh, there it is. It's a hefty sucker. Look at that. Look at this. Look how big that is. Huh? Can you see that all right? Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's power in your pocket. Okay. And then also it comes with a mount, so you could mount it on your camera. And there's also, so that's what's really good. If you have a camera, you can just mount this to your camera and have it facing your subject, and it's really going to produce a great illumination. A big one, indeed it is. So I assume you're referring to the battery. Okay, and then there's an external power source of some sort. I'm not really sure. It looks like it's something you could plug into your car. Yes. So you could take this power source, let's see, and you can plug that into your car and charge up the battery while you're driving. Okay, there's all that good stuff. By the way, can you hear the jets? My studio is literally next to John Wayne Airport, and it can get pretty loud in here. Okay, now here's for the charger. So there's that. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple rig. There's not really a whole lot. What we'll do is we'll put this down, and I'll sit down here and talk with you a little bit more about what I know about this. Okay. All right, there's that. Boy, I've got stuff all over the place, but that's okay. Let's see here. Now, I hope I haven't missed anything in terms of, ta-da! There I am. Ooh, creepy. I hope it's the music, not me. So I just want to go over my notes, because like I said, I wanted to make sure, hey, Nosh, good to see you. All right, that's great. There we go. All righty. So, oh yeah, one of the things I missed to tell you is that this light source, the FotodioX system, there you go, it has, the lighting is, the variable color temperature is 3200 to 5600 Kelvin. And if you know anything about lighting, that means it goes from a fairly warm temperature to a very cool temperature. 5600 Kelvin being the color temperature of daylight outside at noon, and that's considered the benchmark for lighting in terms of color temperature. Oh, that's another neat thing about this. is that it has, it's dimmable, okay? So that means you can, it has from 10% to 100% dimmable. So that's really, gives you a lot of, flexibility. If you got real close, but you want to bring it down a bit, you're good for that. What else do I want to cover? I think really pretty much that's it. Yeah, this might just be a very short stream, but I am prepared for that eventuality. Does anybody have any questions about it? Let me first tell you the reason I bought this, okay? I'm going to show you the lights that I've been using for my videos for a long time. And when I refer to my lights for my videos, right? I'm a cheap SOB, and so I didn't want to run out and spend a lot of money. So I went online to Craigslist, which is an online, little market where people sell stuff to each other. And I found these two lights that I will show you shortly for 40 bucks, including stand. And they use CFL lights. And in a closed situation like this, they're fine. And they do a good job. They're cool. But I'm looking to do something else. I want to be a little more portable. And I saw this, another YouTuber who I follow uses this, and I think it was a smart choice, so I followed suit. So let me show you the two lights here, show you how, not primitive, but they're kind of low tech. And they're kind of bulky, they got bell reflectors and the whole bit. So hang on, I'm gonna move the chair out of the way. I also gotta move all the garbage here. There's garbage everywhere from the unboxing. So what I will do is I will back up, and then I will bring the camera down, right? And then I'll turn on, swing around. So there you go, guys. That is what I have been using for about 5 or 6 years. But I've decided that I want to, up my game a bit. So that's why I'm buying this I've bought this. The truth is, if I'm not happy with it, then I'll just stick with what I've got. But I have a feeling I'm going to be very happy. And also, I don't know, for those who know, some of you may have seen my channel, or not my channel, but my website. This gives you an idea. What I do for a living is I do professional portrait photography and product photography. So these are some examples of my work here. All right, and food photography, automotive product photography, and so on. And on top of all of that, I also do video production. Nope, wrong menu. That one, boom. So these are some of the clients that I've worked for. I won't click on anything, run anything now. You can go to my channel and you can watch some of this. These are some examples of what I do. And okay, so now that being said, let's swing this back around. I want to ask you a question. Would you like to see, whoa. There we go. It's amazing. Every time I think every time I think I've improved my ability to control my gimbal, I am proven wrong. I know it's better, but it's still not exactly where I want, but at least I feel I'm making progress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all how I do a portrait session, okay? And I'm going to describe a little bit of what the gear I have, what it is, what it does, and I got the camera set up for a timer so we can do a little self-portrait, all right? So again, I'm going to, I thought you almost fell down. You think that's how I felt too. It's so nice to see everybody here. It's great. I really appreciate the support. So anyway, let's swing the camera around. And do we have it? Click. There we go. And I'm going to move it that way and swing around. There we go. Come on. Be a good boy. So the first thing I have to do is I have to turn on the power source for the lighting. We're going to go over here. This is, whoops, oh, wrong direction. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. So this is a Dynalite 2000 XL. This is one of two that I have. I've been using FotodioX LED lights. They're dimmable, adjustable color temp cheap. Oh, I'd never heard that, but I'm going to check it out for the heck of it. Thanks for the information. Anyways, this is real old school technology here. Probably, oh, I'd say 15, 20 years old. This is one of two lighting setups. I actually have two of these boxes, and then I have a whole nother system of lighting which doesn't use this technology with cables all over. They're what they call mono lights. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn these on. Boom, boom. There's your power. This turns on the modeling lamps. Okay. This allows me to adjust the amount of wattage that is produced by the lights. Right now I have this set up to 1000 here for the key light, and for just the key light, that's here. These are set at 250 for the backdrop kicker and for the hair light. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. But before we do, I'll show you the camera. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Okay, so this is a Canon 80D with a 18 to 135 millimeter lens. Let's see how we're doing here. Not too bad. So this is what I've got. Now I've already done some test footage, or I guess a test shots, I should say. But we're going to turn on the camera. Boom. And I'll show you what my tests look like. So there you go. That was a test I had done earlier. Now, what we've got here, the way well, first of all, I guess I should say, that's where the subject will sit for the portrait. And then what we have here is the key light, okay? That key light means it's the main light that you illuminate your subject, okay? I'm glad it made you laugh, Samantha, that's cool. So that's the key light, that's your primary light. And then right here we have, this is what we call light modifier. Simply, it's also a bounce card. What this will do is this will reflect light onto the subject. Now, what I will do is I'm going to come over here and raise it up. In fact, what I'm going to do is put the camera on the seat and set the light modifier to where I want it to be. Hang on here. Good. Yeah. All right. All right. That's set. So now, from the vantage point of the person being photographed, this is what they would see. Over here is, again, there's the key light, and then over here, this is the reflector card, and you see it's pretty nasty looking. God, I probably shouldn't have used that side. But when it reflects the light, it's not going to make a difference. I really should use the other side though, huh? At least the other side looks a little bit nicer. Let's see here. Yes. That's nicer. Well, hey, you're seeing here, warts and all. I'm not hiding anything. I'm giving you, what you see is what you get with me. Okay, now, down here, this is called the kicker. Now, a kicker is simply a light that, what's the term I'm looking for? I'm drawing a blank here. But in this case, this is a backlight kicker. What it's going to do, it's going to illuminate this muslin backdrop, okay? And then over here, above it, I said above, this is the hair light kicker, okay? This will rim the shoulders, the head, the hair, the hat of the subject. And then sometimes, you'll see over here I've got umbrella lights set up. Now these are not ready for shooting. They're just set up there because I had been shooting earlier using them. But sometimes I will use one of them, usually the white umbrella, as a fill light. The fill light goes in the same position as the reflector there, okay? And I also have other types of reflectors that have different colors. You know, sometimes you want to warm up the skin tone. You know, there's so many variables. I can't cover them all in this kind of a video. But anyway, so that gives you a simple idea of what I'm doing. Okay, the lights are not going to hot burn the paper. No, they are not. First of all, that paper is a special kind of paper. I believe it's a form of fiberglass. To be honest, I've never really inquired, but it's designed to handle the heat of the oh boy, I'm really going blank here today. What's the word I'm looking? That's the modeling lamps. Okay, it's designed to handle the heat of the modeling lamps. Okay, so, and these, by the way, now in the business we call these here, the little clamps to hold them on. Those are just plain old clothespins. Now, if you don't know what a clothespin is or did, in the old days, you used to hang up your clothes on a line, and you'd clip your clothes with a clothespin, right? But in photography, we call them C47s, and we use them to hold the paper onto the lamp or whatever surface that we want to modify. Okay? So, now that we've got all that said and done, let's go over here, and we're going to see if my settings are still good for the portrait. What's it? I remember my childhood. Yeah, exactly. About the handkerchief, I saw that. So what we're going to do is got the power on. We are now going to come around. So I'm going to take that off, and I will swing the camera back around towards me. You know, this is going to be a real tricky thing here. This is a John Dobb deal, where he does multiple things all at once while live streaming. All right, so what we're going to do first, boom, we are going to press the shutter button. As you can see, it's blinking. That means there's a light. The camera's about to shoot. Let's see if I can get this turned around so you can see me and I can do all my posing for you. Oh, it missed. Okay, so we're going to do it again. So I'll get it eventually. There we go. So let's try again. Now, I tell you, the toughest part about doing a self-portrait is looking straight into the lens and smiling. Okay, there we go. Let's go over and take a look and see how good or bad it is. All right, this is fun. Okay, here we go. Round and round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Gotta keep doing that joke. Anyway, let's go over here and see what we got, okay? So, all right, so, hey, that wasn't too shabby. Let's take a look. There you go, folks. That was the shot I just took. You were there when it happened. So after I've, taken enough shots that I'm comfortable, that I feel that I've hit the mark for my client, boom. Then what I like to do is, let's see here, get there you go. That's the poster of the film I produced way back in the 80s, Superman, the other movie. Unfortunately, certain legalities have kept it from being put out on DVD. I actually have the DVD test cover here somewhere. Do I have it? Do I have a copy? Oh, yes, I do. So, okay, hang on. Whoa. So, okay, so again, here we go. This is what it looks like. It's the back of it. So there you go. That's the DVD with an hour and a half of behind the scenes, bonus material. And then this is the back cover. it was a fun film to make. It took us 2 years. I was, still in film school at the time. We had some celebrities, for example. I don't know if you can see the guy there with the number one. That guy is David Gerald. He is the writer of the Star Trek episode "The Trouble with Tribbles." He also went on to do other things for Star Trek. Let's see if you can see here. See the guy in the red and white plaid shirt? That's Kirk Allen. He is the first TV, or not TV, the first movie Superman. He did the Superman serials in the 1940s. And then we also have some other celebrities, but I won't go into that. I'm digressing. You watched that episode. What episode? All right. Well, I'm a little perplexed by what you were commenting on, but I believe you. How's that? So where was I? Ah, yes. Okay. So there we go. So there you go. I'm going to kind of wrap this up. We've been at this how long? Oh, you saw the Trouble with Tribbles, right? Yeah. He was fun to work with. All the celebrities that worked on the film were really decent people. I met them at science fiction conventions, and I had no problem walking up to people that were celebrities and saying, "Hey, look, I'm doing this film. It's a student project. Would you be willing to do a small part in it, do a cameo?" Most of them said yes. Now, before I wrap up, do we have any questions? And by the way, hit that like button. And also, if you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe and leave a comment and all that good stuff. Well, it looks like there's no comments. Okay, that's fine. I guess what I'll do is I'll stand over here to this side, and I gotta get that 20 seconds in for the end screens. What did you have for breakfast? Okay, I'll tell you. I had oatmeal with raisins, sourdough toast with butter, and a cup of tea. And I have that for breakfast every morning. And I have breakfast every morning between 6:30 and 7. I'm a creature of habit. Anybody else? All right, I guess that's it. Well, I want to thank all of you for watching. I really appreciate it you took the time out of your day to show up. What drew you to photography? Oh, okay. Now I'm going to have to sit down and actually talk. All right. So hang on, let me get comfortable, all right? Give me a second here. And once again, we have the swinging camera. All right, turn the lighting around so at least you have a little bit better lighting on yours truly. That's the one thing about being a photographer. I can't stand to have bad composition or bad lighting, even for something as simple as like what I'm doing here. And most people don't give a heck, but I do. I want to have the lighting and the composition as good as I can possibly make it. Okay, give you one of the gym questions. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. All right, let's see here. Okay, sit back and relax. Okay. I have always been creatively oriented. I started drawing and painting when I was 5 years old. When I was about 12 or 13, I met a friend who introduced me to a magazine called Famous Monsters of Filmland, edited by a man by the name of Forrest J. Ackerman. Now, some of you may know that name. I got to know Forry in his later life when I met him when I was about 20. But Forrest J. Ackerman, Ray Harryhausen, who is well known to science fiction filmmakers. He's a stop motion animator. He did movies like Jason and the Argonauts and Journey to the Center of the Earth, and just everybody in the science fiction film business owes what they do to what he started way back then. Anyway, so I started making films with this friend, and we probably did about, let's see, maybe 20 films from like 1964 to 1970. We started out in 8mm film, and then Super 8 film, 8mm. Eventually, when I went to film school, I did 16 millimeter, and then I did 35. Uh, Now, to your point, Nosh, specifically, why did I get into photography? When I went to film school, they required filmmakers to first learn photography. They wanted them to understand all the principles of lighting and lenses and composition and color, because really, those are the fundamentals of filmmaking. If you don't have a good image and you don't have good audio, you don't have anything. Now, that's not to take away from the other thing that's probably the number one. That is story. You have to have a good story to tell. And unfortunately, Hollywood's not been up to par the last few decades on telling good stories. There's a few, but not that many. In fact, oddly enough, I just watched Saving Private Ryan, a Spielberg film. And there's a man who knows good story and knows how to communicate good story visually. I remember when he first hit the scene, he was kind of my idol. Though I have somebody that goes back further, and that's the filmmaker John Ford, which is why I wear a hat like this. I love John Ford, and he used to wear a fedora when he was making films, so that's why I still wear mine. The other person who I really love is Kurosawa, though I've also come to like Ozu, two Japanese filmmakers. But I was introduced to Kurosawa when I was in film school in the 70s and then later in the 80s. Actually, I guess I got my degree in the 90s. Oddly enough, I waited a long time to get my degree. Anyway, does that answer your question? Do I need to elaborate any further? Let's see. Does seem rare these days, even with Wes Anderson, can be light on story, even though I adore his films. Okay, great. Yeah, I tell you, I watched Saving Private Ryan, and boy, that was just so well done and so intense. And then I followed up with some real popcorn fare. I watched the original Spider-Man that was made, 10 years ago with Tobey Maguire. And oh my God, when I was like, oh, this is so lame. First of all, it was very predictable. I knew exactly what type of scenes they were going to have to convey the story. I knew what kind of shots. It was just, excuse me. It was a popcorn movie. I know it has its place. Yeah, exactly. They do. They have their place. And I grew up on stuff like that. But see, for example, go back to Star Wars. Now, I remember when Star Wars first hit the screens. And everybody in film school, we were raving. This was filmmaking the way it used to be, because films in the 70s really tanked. The color of the film sucked. I can hold the filth element in some regards to the Shawshank. Yeah, I would agree with that. I saw. I remember when I first saw. Oh, help me there. What was it called? The filth element. The fifth. That's so hard for me. The fifth element. Anybody that's got a list struggled with that. Yeah, that's actually, when I first saw it, I thought, this is kind of weird. But the more I watched it, the more I enjoyed it, and the more I liked it. So it's up there, And then the first Terminator 1 and 2 were very well done. Yeah, I mean, there's been great films. I tell you who I also really admire, Scorsese. His films are just outstanding. You watch Casino, you watch Wise Guys, you watch, what was it? Come on, help me, guys. It's the story of Georges Méliès, and I can't remember the title. The moment you release, the protagonist never meets the antagonist in the fifth element. Oh, I never picked up on that. And now I'm going to have to go back and watch it. Yeah, that's really cool. Damn, it makes me want to sit here and just talk movies. The problem is that, to be honest, it's lunchtime for me. And I am hypoglycemic. And as my blood sugar drops, so does my brain power. And so I think I really am going to have to wrap this up. Besides, We've been at this 35 minutes. I should go to the smog check place now. Okay. Well, Nosh, you know, I'll catch you. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to tell you. So Britta and Heiko and Heiko, I still get your name wrong, and I apologize. But to all you regulars out there who've tuned in, thank you. Again, to any new viewers, I hope you'll go to my main channel. Well, this is my main channel, but you go watch some of my edited films. I cover, my channel's eclectic. It's, you know, science fiction, cooking, classic cars, you name it, I try to cover it. And I'm also going to try and be a little more regular, which I'm going to try to put out something once a week. So with that in mind, I'm going to slide over, which way should I go? I'm going to slide over this way so that when I do my 20-second rollout, all the information will be right there. So until next time, see you all in the future. Thanks again for watching. Cheers. And I have to figure out how to turn it off. I think I go there. No, not there. That's not what I want. There should be a little X here. There it is. It was barely visible. All right. See y'all later.